We saw some marquee quarterbacks go down this past week with injury, and I wonder, from the team perspective, what's the best way to deal with it when your quarterback is injured? And from the quarterback's perspective, you know, you do take a lot of punishment back there. What's the best way for these guys to kind of handle the injuries that they suffered this past week?
Well, it's always tough. I mean, the teams clearly, you know, they want their signal caller in the lineup, and the teams aren't as good when that guy's down, regardless of whoever it is that you're talking about or whatever team you're referring to. And the league certainly wants those marquee players in the lineup. They've tried to protect them as much as they can, but invariably players go down. You know, the thing that has probably been most concerning to me this year, not only just with quarterbacks but all positions, has been the head injuries. I really thought that with the improvement of the helmets and then with the rules being what they are to protect players, that we would see concussions start to trend downward. I don't know that that's necessarily been the case. It's a huge concern for the league, certainly at the grassroots level, when we're talking about young kids and whether parents are going to let them play. But, you know, for teams, you always know you're going to lose players. You know, guys are going to go down. And I think that organizations generally handle those things very well. You know, you lose a defensive back, you lose an offensive lineman, you lose a wide receiver. You know, everyone kind of feels okay about that. Not that you don't miss that player, but that you can overcome it. When you lose your signal caller, it's entirely different. You know, I mean, there is a very unsettling feeling that occurs then and permeates itself throughout the team. And these teams that have lost their quarterbacks and will not be playing this week, I'm hearing Ben Roethlisberger will be out. Byron Leftwich, of course, will have to step in as he did last week. But the other players realize that it's going to be different. It's not going to go as smoothly as what they're accustomed to, and that they're going to have to elevate their play.
You know, it's interesting, too. We talk a lot about the quarterbacks being protected, but at the same time, you're really vulnerable back there. Can you just talk about the toughness you have to play quarterback in the National Football League these days?
Yeah, well, there have been questions at times about particular quarterbacks' toughness. You know, haven't played it, I just don't know that anybody can really play that position without being pretty tough, because, you know, unlike a running back where you kind of see the hits coming and you anticipate them, as a quarterback, if you see the hits that are coming, you know, for the most part, you're not doing your job, because you have to keep your eyes down the field and see what's happening within the coverage to throw the ball effectively. And so you're taking hits that you're not seeing, a lot of bodies down around your knees, hits that way. And, you know, even though I think television does a pretty good job of illustrating the hits that are occurring, the fan still really has no idea, you know, how often that guy is on the ground, because they follow the ball, and the camera oftentimes follows the ball. These quarterbacks they're tough guys, and the ones like Eli Manning and Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and those guys who, you know, we just come to expect that they're going to be in the lineup, you know, pretty much each and every week. It says a lot for those guys, and especially, you know, what Brett Favre was able to do. I think that's a record that will never be beaten.